Hey guys, Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's video, I'm going to be telling the story of how I got scammed out of a PlayStation 5 on Craigslist. And I'm making this video because, number one, I think it's informative and a pretty good PSA just to be careful out there. But also, I think it's a pretty entertaining story because this guy that I was dealing with, or this person that I thought I was, exchanging money for a PlayStation 5 with, he took this to a whole other level and was almost serial killer level into it, which was super strange. So we'll go over all of that in this video today. It doesn't really have to do with Grand Theft Auto, although I was trying to get a PlayStation 5 for not only the trilogy, the definitive edition, but also the upcoming expanded and enhanced GTA 5 that's going to be coming out in 2022. Now, the only thing I will say is if you guys do enjoy this type of video, not that I hope I get scammed anymore in the future, be sure to give it a like rating. I'm kind of just telling a story here, and I know that's a little bit different than the typical GTA content that I do here on this channel. But if you do enjoy it, let me know and leave me a rating. That'd be awesome. Now, at the end of the day, I am safe. I am okay. That's what matters. And I ended up, luckily, getting a PlayStation 5 through other means, other legitimate means of finding one in a store. So I'm very fortunate regarding that. But I was getting a little bit desperate, as you guys know, with the state of the world in 2021, with the supply chain issues. It's really hard to come across not only your everyday items, but big ticket things like consoles like the PlayStation 5 and the new Xboxes. You rarely find them in stores, and if you try to find them online through other means like eBay or Craigslist, scalpers have jacked up the prices. So you're going to be paying $800, $900, sometimes $1,000. It's ridiculous that people are able to do that and kind of get away with it. And so I wasn't really having any luck in the stores, whether it was Best Buy or Walmart or Target, whatever the case might be. There just weren't any PlayStation 5s in my area. And it's not like I live in a small part of town. I live in Atlanta, which is a huge metropolitan city. So I was getting fed up, and I also didn't want to bend the knee to these scalpers who were jacking up the prices. And so I wasn't having any luck on eBay, and so I went over to Craigslist. And a lot of the ones I found on Craigslist were just as expensive. They would be $700, $800, $900, $1,000. That's just way too expensive. And also, meeting someone up off of Craigslist, I wouldn't necessarily say is the safest thing to do, unless, of course, you choose a location in a public spot, police station, a restaurant, obviously something that's well lit. Do that at your own discretion. But I found one that was pretty interesting. It was the disc version. It was new. It was exactly what I was looking for. It was posted in my area pretty recently, and it was only $450. And at first I was like, $450. This guy is selling it to me kind of below what the price should be for the disc version. But I didn't really think of it because everyone's situation might be different. They might just be trying to get rid of it. They want it to sell quickly. And so this person actually ended up providing their email. I emailed them. I asked if they still had the PlayStation. Was it brand new? Where roughly they were located? Maybe we could set something up. And I got a quick email back saying that they do. It's brand new. It's the version you want. And if you want to continue this conversation, you can end up texting me because the Craigslist email is a little old school. Doesn't work all that well. So unfortunately, I don't think YouTube will allow me to give out this guy's phone number, although he completely deserves it. And you guys can let me know in those comments down below if you have any other ways that I could maybe try and get this guy back. I don't know what I actually can do, but I feel like some justice needs to be served here. But anyways, this was the conversation. I said, hey, Bill, this is Ross. I just reached out to you regarding the PS5. And he said, hey, Ross, will you be able to meet up after 5 p.m. today? I said, yes, I can. Do you have a public place in mind to meet? I'm located in my hometown. And he said, we actually just moved here a few weeks ago. If you could suggest a good place to meet, that would be great. Anywhere public and open is fine with me. So right off the bat, I'm like, this guy sounds super nice and is willing to meet in person. And so I said, sure, there's a brand new Whole Foods that would be a good spot. If that works for you, this is the address. And just to confirm, it's the PS5 disc version new. And he said, oh, you're in Atlanta. I think you replied to an older listing we had. Either my wife or I must have accidentally relisted an older post. Sorry about that. We just moved to Fort Lauderdale a few weeks ago. If you're able to come down here, I could maybe drive a little to meet you, or I wouldn't mind shipping it either. Sorry again for the mix-up. So this guy wants me to drive from Atlanta to Fort Lauderdale, but like is willing to meet up, but also is willing to ship it and then says, so sorry for the mix-up. That can sometimes happen on Craigslist because it is based on your city. So it doesn't like follow you around. If you posted it in the Atlanta one, it's going to stay in the Atlanta one regardless of where you go. So I said, I'm okay with shipping and sorry for the mix-up as well. With him saying, feel like it might be my fault, but I hope my wife did it, LOL. Okay, I'll ship it express, which is 2-day delivery last time I checked. I have Google Pay, Facebook Pay, Chime, Cash App, and Bitcoin wallets, LOL, if any of those work for you. So this is probably where I should have drawn like the red flag, because all of these services right here, if you send someone money, you cannot get your money back. Now, I think all those services will explicitly warn you about this, but I also kind of got some tunnel vision here because this was like the first legitimate PlayStation 5 I thought I was going to be able to get. So I was kind of ignoring all the red flags. And honestly, this dude, Bill, if that's even his real name, this is why at the beginning of this video, I said like he was giving off some serial killer vibes. He was like really getting into this. He had like a whole backstory. He was being super nice. Like it's ridiculous. And it gets even creepier as we go on. So I said Google Pay should work. Just confirming it's the new and disc version. I couldn't get that answer out of him. He said, yes, it is the disc version and brand new. My wife's Google Pay is, I wish I could show that to you so you could send some fun messages. It'll either be my name or her last name, Lawson. So I said, awesome. 2 quick questions. Would you be able to ship it today? And are you looking for the same amount on the Craigslist ad? Because it was like $450. And he said, I was just thinking that I'll just not take lunch today and leave an hour early so I can get to the post office. And yes, not going to charge more for my mistake. LOL. I mean, like, see how I could ignore all the red flags here? I'm like, what the heck is going on? This guy's super nice. There was obviously a little mix-up. He wasn't going to make me pay more because of his mix-up. I said, thanks, Bill. Downloading Google Pay now. So hang tight with me for a second. He said, I can eat while I work. I just sit on my butt for an hour during lunch, LOL. Okay, just let me know if you need any more information. I confirmed if that's her name and that the number ends in whatever that is. Okay, perfect. And then I asked, can you confirm if the payment was received? He said, checking out. That was quick. And then I said, I put PS5 in the subject line. Confirm. Fantastic. And then he said, will you send your address and first and last name? I obviously sent that. He wanted me to confirm it as well. Can you confirm this for me, please? Don't want any more mix-ups. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, at this point, he has my money. He has my money. Why would he play this game of, like, confirming addresses and, like, wanting to do all that? And I said, that is correct. And yes, LOL, don't want the PS5 going to the wrong spot. And he said, LOL would be an awesome early Christmas for someone. I'll text you when I'm leaving work. And I said, awesome. Thanks so much, Bill, for being so easy to work with. Like, this guy, all intents and purposes, was pretty easy to work with. And he said, you especially, thank you too. And I said, and this was probably my kiss of death, absolutely, it's so nice when it goes smoothly, especially on Craigslist. But I'm glad we made this work. So after that, I didn't end up texting Bill for a minute. I knew he was at work. He said he was going to do it after work. So right around 5 o'clock, I said, hey, Bill, just checking in. You are good to ship shortly. He said, yes, I will text you as I'm leaving, smiley face. And then I just said, perfect, smiley face. Now, I didn't end up hearing from Bill for a couple of hours. So I said, hey, Bill, sorry to be a pest, but I was just wondering if you're able to ship it today. Then I said, Bill, getting a bit nervous here. Any update? Then I said, hey, Bill, didn't hear from you after work yesterday. Were you able to ship the PS5? And I haven't heard from him since. So at this point, I was like, all right, I'm pretty sure I just got scammed here. But why would this guy have this Discord with me, be super friendly, make jokes about getting a Christmas gift delivered to the wrong person? At that point, you had my money. If you were like such a dirtbag scammer, which he is, he would have just gone his own separate way. So I didn't really understand this, why he was doing this back and forth, and why I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. However, I wanted to confirm my suspicions, because maybe Bill, like, something happened to him. Maybe, he lost his phone or something and didn't remember my phone number. Or just, I wanted to, like, assume that this guy was a good person. So what I ended up doing is I went back to that Craigslist ad, which was still up, and I ended up signing in as a different account. And what I did is I sent him an email under a different account asking if he had the PlayStation 5, And sure enough, he ended up responding saying, "Yep, I've got the PS5. Let's reach out and do this at this phone number." So that right there just confirms that our friend Bill is continuing to scam people on Craigslist. And I hope Craigslist can do something about this. I don't know if they can, because technically I think what he did is not illegal. I sent him money knowing that I couldn't get that money back. So I don't know technically or legally if he did anything wrong there. Morally and ethically, absolutely. And I just responded, "You're a freaking scammer." So at least he knows I got the final word in, and that I didn't just assume he's a good person that got run over by a bus on the way to the UPS store. But quite frankly, I wish that had been the outcome that had actually happened. Long story short here, I know many of you guys are probably in this predicament right now where you can't get your hands on a new console, games, or accessories. Be careful out there. Just be careful. Make sure that if you do go through with the transaction, there's a way to get your money back, or it is coming from a trusted source, because I don't want you to end up like me and being $450 out of pocket. And while I guess at the end of the day, I got to make this interesting video on it, and I did eventually get my hands on a PlayStation 5, I don't want you guys to have to go through the exact same headache that I did. So take this as a learning opportunity. I'm sure many of you guys are going to be like, "Mr. Boss, you're an idiot. Like, why did you even do this in the first place? You deserve to be scammed." And you know what? Maybe I did. But if I can prevent one person from being scammed that's watched this video, then I've done my job. So you guys can let me know in those comments down below. Have you ever had a situation like this or an encounter like this in real life, on Craigslist, eBay, whatever the case might be? And how did you end up getting one of your new consoles if you have them? Let me know what you guys think in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.